Have you ever wondered why some mornings feel heavier than others? Why, even before the day has begun, your chest already aches, your thoughts feel scattered, and your heart carries a strange weight that words cannot explain? Carl Jung, one of the greatest thinkers of the 20th century, believed that our mornings reveal more than just our mood. They reflect the deeper architecture of the soul. He said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate." And so, perhaps these heavy mornings aren't just moods. They're messages, whispers from the parts of us we've forgotten, abandoned, or never fully understood. If you're in your 60s, 70s, or 80s, you already know life doesn't always get gentler with age. Sometimes it deepens. Sometimes it darkens. But what if I told you that even now, even here, you can meet the morning not with fear, but with quiet power, not with regret, but with peace? What if just 5 simple phrases, spoken softly each morning, could begin to rewire your relationship with yourself and life? These aren't affirmations. They're declarations of the soul. They're not tricks for your brain. They're bridges to your deeper self. Jung often spoke of individuation, the process of becoming who you truly are, not who society told you to be, not who your pain shaped you into, but the original you, the soul you. And that journey, it often begins in the quiet, in the ordinary, in something as small and sacred as a morning thought. So, if you care about protecting your inner peace, honoring your years, and gently returning home to yourself, stay with me. This may be the most important conversation you've had with your soul in a very long time. There's something sacred in the moment you open your eyes, in that breath before the world wakes, in that stillness before you remember your name, your aches, your past. Jung believed our outer world reflects our inner world. And so, what if the first moment of the day was a mirror? What if it showed you not your face, but your essence? In that mirror, you are given a choice. Let the world define you, or define the world from the ground of your being. Phrase 1, I am still here. That means I still matter. Say it aloud, or whisper it if your voice is fragile. But say it, because it's true. Carl Jung once said, "The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are." And you're becoming. It's not finished. Not because of age. Not because of illness. Not because the world no longer sees you. You are not a faded version of your younger self. You are the keeper of time, the storyteller, the elder oak whose roots run deep. Your children, your grandchildren, your community, they don't need your perfection. They need your presence. They need your groundedness. They need your quiet truth. Your mission may have changed, but it did not vanish. A single word from you can still bring healing. A single look from you can still offer guidance. You still matter, because you still are. Phrase 2, I will not spend energy on what I cannot change. You've carried burdens no one else could see, losses that bruise the soul, moments where you gave all and received silence. But Jung would remind us, we cannot change anything until we accept it. And acceptance isn't giving up. It's choosing peace over paralysis. So many of us stand at the door of the past, knocking, hoping for a different ending. But the past is not a room we can re-enter. It is a teacher, not a destination. The more we fixate on what cannot be undone, the more we abandon the sacred now. Let go of what drains you, not in bitterness, but in honor. Jung taught that the psyche, like nature, seeks balance. But balance requires release. You must put down the stones to rise again. Be like water, gentle but unyielding, flowing but focused. Find your way not by force, but by following the current of peace. Phrase 3, I will treat myself with the same kindness I give to others. You spend decades tending to others, feeding, nurturing, staying strong for those who couldn't. But when did you last offer yourself the same softness? How often have you said, I should have known better. I should have done more. My dear soul, you did the best you could with what you knew at the time. Carl Jung spoke of the shadow, the parts of ourselves we disown, and often the deepest shadow is our own self-rejection, the guilt, the shame, the unforgiving inner voice. But you are not your mistakes. You are the one who endured them. You are the light that kept burning through them. Look at yourself. Truly look. This body has carried you. These eyes have seen so much. These hands have held both joy and grief. You deserve gentleness. You deserve kindness. You deserve forgiveness. Not later. Now. Phrase 4. I will focus on what I still can do, not on what I've lost. Yes, time has changed things. Your pace, your strength, your roles. But you are not less. You are simply different. And different can be deeper. Jung believed the second half of life was where the soul's true journey begins. He called it the return to the self. Not the doer, not the achiever, but the being. What you've lost has made space for what truly matters. You can still listen deeply. You can still love fully. You can still teach wisely. You can still grow quietly. Every breath is a continuation, not a conclusion. The soul doesn't age. It unfolds. Phrase 5. Today, I will find one thing to be grateful for. Gratitude is more than politeness. It's alignment. It's the soul saying, even now life is here. Jung believed symbols held power, and gratitude is one of the most powerful symbols of spiritual integration. It anchors us in the present. It softens the ache of what's gone. It brings color back into a world that often fades to gray. So find it, the warmth of sunlight, the taste of tea, a memory that visits like an old friend. And if you can't find it, let it find you. Look slower. Listen deeper. Sometimes joy hides in quiet places. These 5 phrases are not magic, but when spoken with intention, they become your sacred ritual. They help you return to yourself, to life, to the present moment. You are not forgotten. You are not invisible. You are not too late to become whole. As Jung said, you are not what happened to you. You are what you choose to become. So choose this. Choose peace. Choose grace. Choose yourself. Again and again, say these phrases each morning, not mechanically, but reverently, as a form of spiritual hygiene, as a love letter to your own soul. And if someone in your life has forgotten their light, share this with them. Sometimes one phrase can bring someone home to themselves. We are not finished, not because of age, not because of pain, and certainly not because of fear. Our story is still being written, and the morning is still ours.